Welcome to the Madden Bowl 2025.
Woo!
We got our draft. Our rookie draft finally happened at the end of the summer, and we're gonna kind of go pick by pick, figure out where these rookies. Now there are some veterans that are involved in the rookie draft as well, so we'll kind of factor in where these teams or where these new players fit into these rosters. We covered this league probably about 6 weeks or so ago, beginning of July, and we had our favorites. You know, we liked the Fish, we liked the Kings, we liked Rock and Rye, and we liked Mykonos, which, by the way, some little birdie told me Mykonos may be coming onto the show, talk some shit to the rest of the league.
What? Are we allowed to do that?
We're allowed. We're allowing it. We're allowing it. They don't even have to pay extra.
I give this league, on one hand, I like to do the rookie drafts early, like most leagues do. On the other hand, sometimes it's really fun to do a league like this where you get to see some of the preseason and some of the training camp and hear all the talk about how guys are adapting to their teams and stuff like that. So I'm interested to see how that's going to affect the way they were drafted.
Yeah, I haven't done a rookie draft since June, I don't think. All my leagues, they were done May and June, so it's going to be kind of interesting to see how much has changed as far as that has gone. So I guess we'll just get right to it. Whenever Mykonos gets here, we'll bring him on and see what he's got to say about his team, rest of the league. All right. So top of the draft, Orange Man was up first with the 101, and let's see who he picked.
Surprise.
We're fancy. Ashton Jeanty at the 101. No shocker there.
Just a shocking pick. My mind is blown already.
Who saw it coming? Yeah, no, Jeanty's a great pick here, obviously. He's like a chalk. He's been the chalk since before the NFL draft. He got a great landing spot. I know, the Raiders on the surface don't really feel like a fun, great spot for a running back to land, but in reality, they really are. And that offense is going to ascend this year. They got a quarterback upgrade. It's a pretty condensed offense. It's going to be Brock Bowers. It's going to be Jacoby Myers. Those are the guys catching passes. Then it's going to be Ashton Jeanty.
Well, don't forget Amari Cooper now.
Don't forget it. Yeah. Okay. All
right. He's washed.
Yeah.
I was just looking at Orange Man's, and I would love to know the origin of that name, because I have several different ideas. But I was just looking at his roster, and it was actually pretty heavy on running backs. Not necessarily really high quality, but serviceable. But then there are some that are in trouble too, like Ramondre's in there. Devin Singletary's probably on his way out. Zach Moss doesn't have a team. But he adds Jeanty to like Chuba Hubbard, Tank Bigsby, and your boy Ray Davis.
Yeah.
So that's not too shabby of a starting running back core. He's going to cut loose some of this dead weight, but he's off to a decent start.
Yeah, I like it. He's got those high end handcuff running backs, which you know how much I love those. yeah, this is it's an interesting roster. I guess they've got pieces for sure. Yeah, we got a guest that wants to come on the show, and I'm looking at the draft board to see where Mykonos was picking, and I have to scroll, unless I'm missing something, I have to scroll all the way down to the 407.
Oh
before I
man.
find the first pick by Mykonos. So let's bring him on and see what he's got to say about his team.
All right.
What's up, guys?
What's
Hey,
going on?
hey! What is up today?
What do you
happened
think
to all your
about this
picks,
league?
man?
Well, we're just barely cracking it open. You know what I mean? We kind of wanted to do this with genuine reactions, so we didn't sit down like we sometimes do and like really pour over it first.
Yeah.
Because I think it's fun with the rookie drafts when you don't know what's coming. You know, what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't know who picked what.
Well, Madden Bowl has been going on for 20 years and super intense. We talk a lot of shit to each other. We've been friends for about over 40 years, and we're pretty advanced. You know, you could tell even drafting D tackles to defensive ends and linebackers and corners and safeties. You know, it's we got a lot of knowledge in this fantasy, game and stuff. This leagues.
Are you the commissioner, Manny?
No, Mondo is. I'm just a 7-time Super Bowl champ. That's all.
Oh, is that all?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Is that all?
That's it. But
So-
obviously, this year I don't have a lot of draft picks. I never really do. You could tell the rookie draft, we did it today, and a lot of good teams out there now. So it's well balanced, believe it or not. It's not like one person's favorite to win the Super Bowl. So if you look at it carefully, it's probably like a good 4 to 6 guys that could win it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Pretty
think when we covered this league in July, I think we came up with a handful of teams that we felt had a legitimate chance,
Yeah.
and yours was one of them. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure I'm the one who picked your team.
Oh, you picked Mykonos? Are you
I'm
kissing
pretty
ass?
sure.
Yeah, you did.
Pretty sure. It was
Yes,
me.
you did.
That's right. All
That
right.
was
Well,
smart of you.
let's see. You didn't have any picks until it looks like the 407. Tell me
Yes.
about what you were thinking when you picked Alec Ayamaner.
Oh yeah. So to me, he's such a sleeper. If you watch that game versus Travis Hunter, he smoked them for like 300 yards with 3 touchdowns, and I was very shocked that he fell to me. You know what I mean? So I was like, hey, why not? I kind of don't need a receiver, but you got to go for value right there.
Sure.
So let me check. Yeah, that's what I took first. Yep.
Yeah, I liked Ayamaner a lot during the pre-draft process. I was disappointed that he had dropped so far. I think he went at day 3 to the Titans. He wasn't even their first receiver that they took.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him a lot. I had him as a second round rookie pick prior to the NFL draft.
Right.
And it sounds like he's had a good camp. Sounds like he's
Yeah,
nice.
I mean, you also have to consider that's a good landing spot too, because
There's a lot of opportunity there.
Tennessee's in such disarray. Like as far as I'm not saying they're bad. They just don't know who's going to end up where yet because they're so young. And having a rookie quarterback to grow with rookie receivers that's a big deal, man. When you get that quarterback that finds his buddy, and if you've got his buddy, you're like, oh, good.
They came out together.
That's a number one receiver.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah. I mean, look, there's better receivers out there that came out this year, like Mbuka, McMillan, of course, but good landing spot for me, That's very good, But
So you're not ready to give up on Kendra Miller? That was your next pick.
Actually, I picked them up. Mondo dropped them because we had to do a couple of drops, and I'm like, listen, he's the handcuff to Kamara, and he was the best value there as well. And you could tell my team is not that good with running backs, but all I need to do is just start two of them. So Chase Brown, James Cook, Montgomery, and Aaron Jones. I have a choice of two guys because I got Puka, I got St. Brown, and I got my sleeper, which might be the number 1, number 2 receiver this year, is Nico Collins. So that's like, I think he's going to be
this is a good team. Starting from the top, I mean, just at quarterback, you've got no worries at all for years.
Next
really
10 years, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, our league is a little different because it's 1 point per completion for a quarterback. So
that's great.
Joe Burrow got 900 points last year.
Yeah.
And then you have like everybody else. And then if you see some quarterbacks that are good value, they're about 150 to 200 points less than Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
So it's a big thing,
Yeah,
That's
he's always good for a completion percentage too, even if he doesn't, even if he has an off game where he doesn't rack up the yards and the touchdowns, he's still like 17 of 20 from the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a big deal if you're getting points for completion.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're always going to be down, so they're going to throw. That's what it is. But you guys were discussing about the draft. Like, what team were you talking about right now?
We didn't get past the 101.
We were just starting from the top with.
You're starting with Orangeman?
Yeah.
Yeah, Orangeman did very well too. Like he got Jetney, so that's a big start right there too. So he did very well on that as well.
Well, why don't we move forward and go to the 102 and kind of discuss what happened there?
Yeah, 102. That's Paulie. Hold on, where is it? 102 live draft room.
Omarion Hampton.
We got the fish.
That was the fish. He's actually, I hate to say this, but he's the champ,
Is that
kind of like, ugh. But yeah, he deserved it. And of course, he had the most picks this year too. So
something we were trying to.
Yeah, I think we remember saying that when we looked at the league a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That he not only had won it, but he was also like stacked with picks.
Oh yeah, he stacked. He stacked all right, And I'm trying to see how I could draft results, and then I could go by teams.
Have you ever heard of the app called Sleeper?
No, I didn't. No. Oh yeah. So I didn't no, I didn't hear that. No.
You've never heard the app? You've never heard the app Sleeper?
No.
You guys should get on Sleeper.
Really?
Instead of MFL.
This is the worst platform to draft fantasy football teams on. You can
for real?
yeah. Imagine.
Look, we have it for so long, and it's just
you know what? That's like the dead giveaway because I'm an older guy.
Yeah.
Myself. And the dead giveaway is if somebody uses MFL, it's because they used it like 15 years ago, 20 years ago.
And I mean, we're used to doing it with a notepad and just writing on a piece of paper. But and then we decided to do it in this league. I mean, this is our 20th year, so it's like, why change it? It's just the same thing, and it's kind of hard to switch everything up when you have so many players, like a 44-man roster,
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't do defensive ends, linebackers, corners, but we'll take a look at it,
Yeah, you should. And Sleeper they are constantly adding things that maybe they don't usually have, but I do know that MFL does have a couple options that aren't available on any other platform. So I understand why sometimes for scoring purposes, people lean towards them.
Yeah. Right.
All right. Omarion
So-
Hampton to the Fish.
Oh, you jump. Okay, so let me see. So pretty much the Fish, he drafted, I mean, great. He had the number 2 pick, 5 pick, 6 pick in the first round. He went with Omarion Hampton, RJ Harvey, and Mbuka. Like, come on, man. You know,
Yeah.
that's insane that he did that, you know?
Yeah, for a champ to get 3 players of that caliber,
Solid.
that's pretty excellent.
Yeah, solid.
What do we think about Travis Hunter falling to the 107?
Yeah, that was, you know, like this league is different because it's what you need, you know what I mean? And
Well,
for him, I don't even know who got him, to be honest with you.
Future.
But Future got him. Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right in my eyes because the players before him, they're guaranteed playing and they're going to be on the field. And in this league, we could only put him at wide receiver. We can't put him at corner.
Gotcha.
So you can't have that cheat thing, you know?
Now,
Like
so he doesn't, even if he's playing wide receiver, he doesn't get the IDP points.
he would get the points, but he has to be on receiver.
Okay.
He'll get the tackles, he'll get the interception, but he won't get, you know, that. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But you can't start him as a defensive player. You start him as a wide receiver, and then
yeah. Like Taysom Hill, if you drafted him in the past, you could only put him at quarterback. Can't put him at tight end.
Right. But I would
In
still
some
think
big money leagues, like $5,000, and they didn't allow you to put Taysom Hill at tight end.
But if
Especially
Travis Hunter is getting, if he's getting the stats both ways, regardless,
yeah,
that is the cheat code.
yeah, but you know, we're all friends here too, so we do it by like, okay, put him at receiver, you can't put him at corner or whatever it is, you know.
Right. So
But-
you only get the receiving stats if he's at receiver.
No, you could get
you
the
get both.
stats also from defense, but you could only put him in the receiver slot. That's
Gotcha.
it. You can't put him on the corner slot.
That's still, I mean, if you're
Wow.
getting stats from both sides of the ball, that's still pretty nice.
No, that's good. It's very good. I mean, but McMillan is very good, you know, and then you also got Mbuka. I would have drafted those guys probably beforehand as well. You know, I think so. Let me see.
I mean,
Hunter.
honestly, you can't go wrong with any of those.
No, you can't. You know, you can't. Yeah, so that was pretty good. I mean, Paulie did great on that end. And you were talking about Orangeman. Orangeman, he went a little, I think, tight end heavy. Let me see. Oh no, wow. So
Well, what we're gonna do, we're gonna coast through the first round picks,
right.
and then refer back to the teams as we go through the second, third, and fourth.
Right. Okay.
All right, so why don't we go and look at the 103?
Oh. Nice.
It's Shred
Travis Henderson. I mean, you can't go wrong too. The guy has
3.
crazy speed. Like they've been talking about this guy for years, and he just came out and he's super explosive. That's what it is.
Yeah,
He could do it all. He could catch, he could run, he has that breaking speed that once he makes that cut, you're not catching him no matter what. You
the
know?
first play of preseason, he takes the ball back 100 yards for a kickoff return touchdown.
Oh yeah.
yeah. His ADP went immediately.
I know.
Everybody
From the
was
special
like
teams play.
ape shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what?
He
You
played
can't
well
go
week 2
wrong.
though too.
You can't go wrong with him or AJ Harvey, you know. But it's a preference too.
Yeah,
But that's Harvey. You think he's going to catch a lot of balls, and then he's not. Afterwards, he's not going to split time, and the Chargers run a lot more. but you can't go wrong, man. This is like straight talent too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do. I do. The one reservation I have about Travion, and he can certainly break out of this, is that they tried to give him the full load pretty early on at Ohio State, and he showed that he wasn't really capable of taking the full load.
Well, he was
Um,
capable.
so-
He was capable talent-wise. He wasn't capable of holding up for it.
Right, right. But he's so good in pass protection and catching the ball. And I'm not saying he's not a good runner. He's a good runner too.
Yeah.
They're just not going to give him the ball 300 times in a season, I don't think.
Mhm.
So I think he actually, we as fantasy managers, we might lament the fact that he lands in a place where Ramondre's there and it's just going to be a thorn in the side. But at the same time, I think that works out better for Travion.
But I think
Yeah.
a guy like him, his explosiveness, his speed, his big playability will make up for that. He doesn't need 20 touches to get the same amount of points that Ramondre would.
Exactly.
I mean, that's Chris Johnson type of player, like it's just
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he gets compared a lot to Jahmyr Gibbs, and we don't need Jahmyr Gibbs to
Right.
take 300 carries to get there for us either.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he's going to be Jahmyr Gibbs. I think he's a tier down from him, but
Not this year, but
he's the same.
eventually.
He's the same type of player.
Right,
Yeah.
right. For sure.
All right. So why don't we
The
move on
explosive
to
factor alone.
right? Exactly. How about the 104?
104.
This is my boys.
Tetsuroa
Rock and
McMillan.
rye.
This is my
Oh.
boys.
Let me tell you what happened with this. So Rock and Rye made a trade.
Yeah, the
With,
one
Kings.
trade. The one trade.
It was a phone call because Kings couldn't make it to the draft. We all get together every year. Kings was working, and
Is it in
Rock
person?
and Rye
In
ended
person?
up calling him and said, "Hey, you want May? You want a quarterback?" Because he found out that he was trying to look for a quarterback. So he goes to him, "I got Derek May. What's up? Give me the number 4." He said, "Drake May." And he goes, "Let's do it." So he ended up taking McMillan. I thought he was going to get a running back, but he went for the best value. And
That's my
and-
team.
Yeah,
That's
and
my
if you look at it,
team.
it makes sense because he has really good quarterbacks too. He has Mahomes, he has Baker, and he also has JJ McCarthy. So you're not going to start 4 quarterbacks. You could only start 1. So it was a very smart trade. It was an even trade for both of them. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. And he made the correct pick, I believe, too. At Taylor.
Yeah,
and
he actually freaking. I know
May
you can
for,
hear me now.
May for a
You
104.
baited me, my friend Mikey Rye. You were asking me who's the best receiver in the draft, and I told you. That's why you made that trade. That's it.
I love Ted McMillan. He might be my most drafted receiver this year.
For sure.
He's gonna smash. Now we've got no Adam Thielen. We got no Jalen Coker for the next month, which
Yep.
I saw is on your IR. Sadly,
Yeah, you like that, right?
yeah. I hated the news today. That was kind of heartbreaking.
No, I
Yeah.
actually liked it because he was going to fall to me. I'm not going to start him now, but
Oh,
he's the
okay.
number 2 in that league.
So you were
So he was on my
drafted him.
chart for a while, you know?
okay. So you drafted him in this draft today.
Yeah. I took him
Alright.
pretty late.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tenth
I
round,
think
think.
I've
Nice
got
round.
I've got a ton of shares of him this year, especially in some best ball leagues.
Mhm.
I've got a lot because I mean you get down towards the bottom and people are taking flyers, and I'm like, you guys are all taking flyers, and I think I'm taking a wide receiver too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like because he's better than Leggett. So I'm like, I'm gonna get a starting wide receiver out of this while you guys are taking rookies that might not even make the team.
so. I just pulled up my exposure on Underdog. Jalen Coker is tied as my most drafted player, 31%. Sam, do you have any idea? Another receiver? Could you guess who my number one most drafted receiver is, or player? Just player. He's a receiver, but it's most drafted player.
Roma Dunze.
Roma Dunze, and my number 4, Tedoroa McMillan.
McMillan.
There you go.
Listen, I actually see McMillan as top 20 to 25 this year alone.
Yes.
Easily.
No.
Easily.
Top
easily.
15 to 12. Top 12
Yeah.
to top 15. That's where.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. It depends on Bryce. I mean, you have to say it depends on Bryce. Not because he's Bryce, but because he's the quarterback. You know what I mean?
When you look at teams like that, they're gonna have to throw. They're gonna suck, so they have to throw no matter what. You know.
Yeah.
And McMillan's a perfect guy to throw to.
Yeah.
It really is. You know. So very smart of Rock and Rye to trade up and make that
That's my
trade and
boy.
make it happen.
That was a great
I'm
deal.
a Rock and Rye fan.
Yeah.
Rock and Rye, send me a T-shirt.
I almost had
that.
that trade because I was texting Pete. I'll give you Kalen Williams for the number 4, but I wanted a little bit more. And then Mike Ryan called them. I didn't even know he called them, and then he said, "Hey, I'll do it right now." He goes, "All right, let's do it." You know,
you got greedy. You
gotta tell Rock and Rye if he gets a logo put on a 2X T-shirt, I will wear that so many times in a podcast, and people will be like, "Who's that?" And I'm like, "This team is."
Don't
awesome.
tell that to Mike. Mike's gonna do it. He's gonna do it for you. Watch. He's gonna do it.
He should, man. I'm here for it, man.
Yeah.
I will wear that. I will wear that all over the internet. Look, I did 4 podcasts this week. I got 5 podcasts next week. Can you imagine? He could start a brand.
Coming in at the 105.
Oh, the Super Bowl champ.
Harvey to the Fish. They were back on the clock here. Back-to-back picks. 105, 106. We went RJ Harvey and then Emeka Egbuka.
Yep. And the Fish is just rolling.
The rich keep getting richer, man.
I mean, you're talking about he just left in the first round. Hampton, Harvey, and the number 2 receiver, Egbuka. That's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, and he's still got Jahmyr Gibbs, Breece Hall, Jonathan Taylor, and Egbuka joins Marvin Harrison, CeeDee Lamb, Drake London.
Yeah.
I mean, Brian Thomas. That's just
great.
That's a borderline unfair.
Nah, don't worry. I'll slap him up when I face him, like I always do. I know you can hear me, Paulie. I mean, with those quarterbacks too, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, C.J. Stroud, and concussion Tua. I mean, doesn't compete in my level. So I'm coming after you this year.
The gauntlet has been thrown.
All jokes aside, when you look at a whole roster and stuff like that, the 44-man roster, nobody could compete with the Fish. But all jokes aside, if you look at it carefully, there's at least 6 teams that could win it this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you. That's
good. That's the way it should be.
Yeah, it's very competitive. Very competitive, Good. Who's up?
All right. So we talked about 106. We already talked about 107, Travis Hunter. So 108, interesting pick here. Caleb Johnson with the old school at the 8th pick here.
Oh, that was phenomenal pick right there. I think that guy's going to get at least 250 rushes. And old school was really needed a running back too. So in order for him to do that, that was a very smart decision on him, I mean,
yeah, I gotta say,
football, run that ball, right?
I am very, very anti-Pittsburgh. And I usually in fantasy, I typically won't draft anybody else from the AFC North. But I have tons of shares of Caleb Johnson this year because I think he's just going to be an absolute bell cow.
Oh, yeah.
And
For sure.
I know people pointed at that one game in the preseason. He didn't have a good game. They're like, we were wrong about him. And I'm like, give me a break. It's one game.
I mean,
You drafting him in seasonal leagues?
what'd you say?
Sam, you drafting him in redraft?
I'm yeah, I mean, I have him in the Scott Fish Bowl. You know what I mean? So
I was until about start of training camp, and then just I haven't seen a positive news story from him in weeks.
Well, I haven't really seen much negative news except for that one game.
I mean,
Pass protect, he.
I did hear that. I did hear that.
In an Aaron Rodgers offense, that scares me. If Aaron Rodgers can't trust his running back, he's not going to be out there.
Well, but here's the problem: is you already know that Jaylen Warren is not going to get less action than he did last year. He's going to have the same role. So he's still going to be the pass protection running back. But the thing is, Pittsburgh is so bullheaded. They will just run, 3 yards in a cloud of dust as many times as they possibly can between the 20s. So Caleb could still be getting 25 carries a game.
Well, if you watched Mike Tomlin's press conference immediately after the draft, he mentioned the phrase high volume touches or high volume carries multiple times when talking about Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
I just the vibes are off. The vibes are not good right now.
Yeah, things are going to change. Steeler football, run the ball, play great defense.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers can't throw an out for 30 yards anymore. He don't have it. He can't roll out. He can't do shit. He's just supposed to be handing the ball off and make 15 to 20 throws a game.
I think
The question is whether he'll listen to somebody that tells him that, like his coach.
It's going to happen. That's their game plan.
All right, so we have a running back who doesn't catch passes in a bad offense that's not going to score a bunch of points. Where are these fantasy points coming from?
I mean, Jerome Bettis did it, right?
30 years ago.
Right?
Sure.
That's
Look,
what happened, right?
you're burying him, Alex.
I'm just saying,
you're
bro.
burying him. He
He hasn't
played a regular season game yet.
I like Caleb Johnson. I just I don't like this.
I think it's and this is also a keepers league too. We can't only look at this year. And when you see a top running back and getting drafted that early, they're not going to do a waste pick. They're just going to let him pound it, take the ball 20 times, 25 times a game. And if you don't have it, we're just going to trade you or just get rid of you until your wheels fall off. That's it. That's just typical, Steeler football. That's what it is.
It'll be a straightforward RB28 season. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's what it is. And let's give it up for old school too, because he ended up getting Trevion Henderson, and he got we said Caleb Johnson, and he got Scatterbull. So he did very well, especially from a guy who only had Karen Williams, and then he had J.K. Dobbins. He didn't have really good running backs after that. So
and
he did very well on that,
Yeah.
Very well.
Braylon's still stuck behind Brees.
Is he?
He certainly addressed his concern in this rookie draft. I'd say he did pretty well.
He did well. Yeah. There's a lot of good guys that did well.
And at the 109, the Hurricanes selected our first quarterback, Mr. Cameron Ward.
Yeah, Cam Ward. I mean, he was first of all, from a Miami U fan to draft Ward on top of it and having quarterback issues, he built himself for the future. That's what he needed. So Let me see his quarterbacks. Don't laugh too
Flacco,
hard because he's
Goff,
listening too.
Rattler,
Okay.
and Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needed it. He needed it bad.
He needed
Yeah.
that. Yep.
He needed it bad.
So
Well, you got Jared Goff. Jared Goff can get you a little bit, but
No, Jared Goff is fine for right
No.
now.
yeah,
in
yeah.
this league, Golf puts up some numbers. Let me tell you.
But have we had
765.
a more underrated first pick in the NFL draft quarterback ever, other than
Like nobody talked.
nobody's
about
talked about him.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. It's just
I know he went to the
hype
Titans,
with
which nobody
Shedeur
cares about. But,
Sanders and all this stuff. There was no talk about him, you know.
yeah, but he's
And
having a good camp. He's having a good preseason, and there's still no hype about Cam Ward. I think he's going to crush it this year.
yeah, I think he's gonna do well. I mean, the hype is not there because he didn't go to New York. You know, like he didn't go to a big market. He went to Tennessee.
He's
if
good.
the
James
Giants
Williams,
had the number
Winston.
one pick, everybody will be talking about him. You know.
Yeah, he's
So,
gonna be good. Jameis Winston. I think it's gonna be really good for Calvin Ridley this year. I've never drafted Calvin Ridley. I've been all in on him this year because of Cam Ward.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
It's a good pick right now for Ridley for sure. See.
All right, 110. We got Orange Man back on the clock. Tyler Warren, our tight end, one.
Yeah.
He's got Daniel Jones at quarterback. I think that's a big W for anybody drafting Tyler Warren.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, for him to leave with Jetney and then Warren, he did get the number one tight end. In my eyes, Warren is probably top 12, probably top 10 tight end this year alone. They're going to have to throw the ball. They're going to have to throw the ball. He has it. Daniel Jones is desperate to get rid of that ball. He's going to go straight to the tight end right away.
Yeah, I agree with that. My concern is whether or not he's going to find the end zone much.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if the Colts are going to find the end zone much.
No, probably not. But
I do think he could have a significant number of catches for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of the Orange Man, they have started off the next round with the next pick.
Yeah.
So he's doing pretty well for himself too. So far, everybody is doing pretty well.
Yeah, he got golden, especially with Green Bay having so many injuries with receivers. I think Golden was a good fit for him too. Like, is he a number one? Is he a number two on that team now? Like, he's around there now, you know? So
yeah, he's one of their 4 wide receiver twos on that team.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
well,
like
I hate to say this, Alex. Can we let Manny go for a little bit? Just because otherwise, with the 3 of us, we're going to be here for 4 hours.
Yeah. Anyway, nice talking to you guys, and thank you for everything. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I don't mean to make you feel like I'm kicking you off.
No. This is fun. I want to listen to you guys anyway. Go over everything. All right.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
All right, guys. Nice meeting you.
Let
us know your size. We're gonna get you a Rock and Rye shirt.
Yeah, dude. Find on Twitter. I'm buy and sell you. One word.
Yeah. Hold on. One more. Hold on. Where's my shirt?
I mean, you can send me a Mykonos shirt too, but I think Alex
for you, buddy.
I think Alex wants the Mykonos shirt.
Hell
Too late
yeah.
for you. This is for Alex right here.
Let's go.
Let's go.
That is awesome.
All right, guys. Thank you for everything. All right.
Hey,
Keep up
take
the
it
good
easy,
work.
Manny. Good luck this season, buddy.
Later. See ya.
Dude, that shirt is wicked.
That was cool.
That's so cool. Oh man. All right.
Let's pick up pace here.
Yeah, I think, well, Manny's Manny's league mates are probably like, dude, I didn't sign up to listen to Manny talk about my team the whole day.
They've never heard of Sleeper, really? Never, ever. All right, 202. The Warriors took Luther Burden. I know you're a fan. Tell me about him.
I am a fan of Luther Burden. It wasn't too much long ago before, he's got that same kind of factor as Ollie Gordon, where it was a little premature to crown him as the best in the class.
Okay. Yeah.
But the talent didn't completely disappear. He had some regression. But I still think he's going to be very talented. Do I think he's going to be a team's number one? Probably not, because I think he's always going to be paired up with somebody else like Odunze, who's better than him, or in this case, Odunze and more. But that's also probably the best. It's also probably the best way for him to break into the league, though. You know what I mean? Yeah. And not have all that pressure on him and stuff like that. If he puts up numbers like Keenan Allen did last year, the triple sevens. Then,
well, I think this is his chance to prove that he, maybe a year from now, he can be the wide receiver 2. They can bump out DJ Moore. And he can take that spot.
Yeah, and that's my thought, because that's what I see when I picture where the Bears are going. I look at Odunze and Burden being the outside weapons, with Odunze being the 1 and Burden being the 2.
Yeah, I mean, I think every draft class seems to have that wide receiver who is kind of classified as like the yak guy. And they all are just terrible actual receivers. They're great after the catch, but they're terrible receivers. Luther Burden, I think, is the exception to that rule. I think he can run actual routes. He can make plays as an actual wide receiver, in addition to giving you that run after the catch ability. So I like his long-term outlook. I'm not a fan for this year. I just don't think the offense is going to be at that level for him to be able to, really pay off for us. But a year from now, I think Luther Burden could break out in 2026.
Yeah, in a dynasty league, this is a great draft pick.
Yeah, absolutely. It's 202. You know what I mean? 203, 202. Yeah, really good pick. Really good value.
Yeah, it's a great pick. And
in a single quarterback
let's not ignore the irony here, is that he specializes in route running, and he's got really soft hands, which is exactly what they had from Keenan Allen. So it's almost like they went, this is the kind of guy we need. We just need him to be a lot younger.
203, Quinshon Judkins. This is an interesting case here. Is this we ever going to see him play football?
Man, he is such a good running back, make you want to slap your mama. Yeah, we're gonna see. I don't know if we're gonna see him play this year, but we're gonna see him play.
I mean, there was rumors for a second that he was going to play college football this year.
Huh?
I said there was rumors for a second he's going to go back to college and re-enter the draft.
Yeah, I don't
think that's going to happen. No, it's not going to happen. But it was there. Yeah, I don't think I'm touching him at 203.
No, I'm not either. That was pretty early, but I understand that the Fish, number one, wasn't really in need of anybody in particular at this moment. And in the Dynasty League, he's like, dude, I can stash this guy and wait on him for a year.
Well, maybe we're wrong, because it seems like the Fish is never wrong.
The Fish is never wrong.
All right, tell me about this 204 pick.
Oh man, I just love this guy. This almost makes me want to switch from Rock and Rye to the Fish, but I can't do that, Rock and Rye. I can't do that, man. I can't quit you, baby.
Well, this is the perfect example of the difference between a rookie draft back in May to a rookie draft right now. Ollie
Yes.
Gordon wouldn't have sniffed the top of the second round.
No, and he's just had a meteoric rise literally in the last like 2 weeks.
If that.
But you're talking about a guy though that at one point was a Heisman favorite, at one point was discussed as the
years
best
ago.
running back in this class. And then, like I said with Burden, some regression happened. They changed the offense a little bit. And he wasn't getting the same sort of volume or quality of carries that he had been. But was I surprised by this reckoning that just happened in the last 2 weeks? I mean, for the situation, because he came in as the number 3, a little bit. But do I think he has the talent to be the 2 or the 1 on a team? I really do. And Jalen Wright hasn't showed us anything yet. And I think they're going to give him a chance to. But I mean, what a horrible time to have a shoulder or have his leg?
I think it was a leg, yeah.
Yeah, I think I said shoulder the other day, and then I looked it up and was like, "You're an idiot."
Well, I think this is. I think he's got a chance to not just be like a straight handcuff to Devon Achane. I think he's got a chance to be a 1B.
I mean, honestly, if Achane can't stay healthy,
well, assuming health.
Yeah. Well, and it's best to, but I didn't think Achane was going to stay healthy all last year.
We saw 2 years ago. It was Achane and Raheem Mostert. This is 2 speed, smaller running backs. Now we've got, a Thunder and a Lightning, which is going to be a lot more interesting of a dynamic in that backfield, I think, than just putting 2 speed guys out there. We got 2 different gears now. We got the speed tiny guy who's going to blow the doors off, and you got the big guy who's literally going to blow your doors off.
Right. Yeah, that's I think the first competition is going to be really interesting between Wright and Gordon to see who moves up faster, because they both have the same style.
All right. How about the 205? Jaden Higgins went to the Warriors. Maybe I missed it, but I haven't heard a ton of preseason buzz from Jaden Higgins. He's a guy that I do like. Early second round pick, kind of a bigger receiver. I'm hoping he can be what Michael Wilson has not developed into in Arizona. He can be that type of receiver that I was hoping he was going to become. Kind of that number 2 opposite Nico Collins, big-bodied guy, can make some plays down the field along the boundaries in the red zone.
Higgins isn't small either.
No, he's a big dude.
Yeah, I like him. I will. I'll tell you this take, and you can laugh if you like. I dropped a take last night, and I said I have heard so little about Higgins that now I'm wondering if his college teammate has the inside track on that job.
I haven't heard anything about him either.
I haven't really either, but people seem to think he's like a Tank Dell and a Higgins is more a Nico Collins. And I'm like, he's a little bit smaller, Jalen Noel. He's a little bit smaller, but man, the guy's got a vertical and can come down with just about any pass. So he's able to play the X or the Y.
Yeah.
He's able to play all over the field. So that's going to be really – I still think Higgins really does have the inside track.
I was heartbroken when the Patriots drafted Kyle Williams with Jalen Noel still on the board.
Yeah.
All right. How about 206? That's your guy, Bill. Rockin' Rye. He's still rocking with Rye. They took Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt at the 206.
Oh,
I think it's
Rockin'
an appropriate
Rye.
pick.
No.
I think it's okay. I think it's okay. If you had taken him at like the 110, I get it. But I think 206, we have the hit rates are
Okay.
pretty down at that point. It's a non-super flex league. I think we're okay.
You know
there.
what? I trust Rockin' Rye. Rockin' Rye has made some good decisions. He's got a quality team. He can afford to take a risk on a player that's just living on hype right now.
Well, maybe we cash in that hype. We just
I
draft him
know
and flip him?
he's willing to take the risk on the hype, and if he's wrong, it's not really going to hurt his team. And if
Right.
he's right, then he looks like a goddamn genius.
Yeah, I think 206 is a fine place to draft Austin Eckler's backup, so that's fine. 207. It took us till the 207 to get Jackson Dart, who lit up the preseason.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. And there's a lot of people drafting him in best ball this year because they seem to think that he's going to start by the end of the year. I think he probably will too because the Giants are the Giants.
Well,
but I don't
Brian
think
Daboll is going to be desperate to save his job.
Yeah. But Russell's not going to do enough to lose the job. He's not bad enough to lose the job.
If they're losing games, it's not going to matter. If they're losing if Russell Wilson is fine, but they're losing games,
right?
He's not surviving.
Yeah, I do agree with that. What I was going to say is I would prefer that Dart not play this year at all. And that they just come in with him next year and say he's the starter. There's nobody else in camp. He doesn't have to beat anybody. It's just we've had him for a year. He's been practicing. He's ready, and we're saying he's ready.
Yeah, in an ideal world, that's how it would work. Unfortunately, with jobs on the line, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, in an ideal world, that would work like in the NFL for all the quarterbacks, and it never does.
Yeah, but you mentioned drafting in best ball. I've been dabbling a little bit. If I draft Malik Neighbors, I might draft a third quarterback, last round. Just take
that's what I did. I have a couple shares of him that are just they're just insurance shares. I'm not depending on him.
I had a startup earlier in the summer. I drafted Jackson Dart. I missed on the quarterbacks that I wanted to take as my QB2 in a Superflex league. Ended up drafting Jackson Dart and then Geno Smith. So as my second and third quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of use Geno Smith to kind of get through it for now. And we got Jackson Dart waiting in the wings. I'm gonna pair him with Jalen Hurts.
There were a lot of people in the draft process that were not huge Jackson Dart fans, and I watched some of his game tape, and I was like, "Dude, this guy can throw, man!" Yeah. I mean, he puts so much oomph into the ball that I was like, "I'm sold."
I never had any problem with him. Yeah, I liked him.
Yeah.
All right, his teammate Cam Skattebo. This is one that I think is a little overhyped and drafted here.
I agree, and it was all I could do to not say something when Manny mentioned him. Skattebo is a great college running back.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
That's what I got.
Oh, well, I think you're going to hate this guy even more. Bashal Tutin at the 209 went to the Hurricanes. And what is his chance of having a startable fantasy role by week 12? Here's a percentage.
Week 12?
Yeah, by week 12, we are comfortably starting him as an RB2. What's the chance?
I think you'd be comfortably starting him as a flex.
Okay, all right. I think that's a win then. That's a win right here.
Yeah. I think by then he will easily be a flex because he will be the RB2 on that team.
Well, that was going to be my next question. Who is he hurdling himself over?
What's that?
Who is he leapfrogging in that
Oh, come on.
process?
Travis Etienne.
Oh, do I have a wrong answer sound effect on here?
Boom,
don't
boom,
think so.
boom, boom.
I think the backfield is Travis Etienne. His role is in stone. He's going to be the pass catching back no matter what. If he's the first and second down back, great. If it's two in, great.
It's not great if he's
Well,
the first or second down back. He's proven that it's not great.
No. He is not going to be great. No, I agree with that. But I mean, like, if he's the first, second down back, he's also the third down back. If he's not the first, second down back, well, he's still gonna be the third down back.
Unless Bashal Tutin catches him because Etienne gets hurt.
See, I don't see. Well, I mean, if he's hurt, he's hurt. But assuming health, I don't see Tutin overcoming Etienne as a pass catcher. As a runner, I see it. All right, move on. $210. Okay, so you remember when I gave you my list of I gave you 3 of my top 4 drafted players on Underdog this year. The one that I skipped over is Jaden Blue. He's number 3 on the list.
He's also number 3 on the list in Dallas.
Well, for now.
For now.
That is a very low bar to get over.
That is true.
They did finally release Deuce Vaughn, by the way. Sayonara.
They did what?
They got rid of Deuce Vaughn finally.
Who?
Deuce Vaughn, the little midget.
Oh, Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah.
I thought you said Tucson. I was like, Arizona? Yeah. Oh, you should have just said the coffee table. They got rid of the coffee table.
Yeah, Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah. Your Deuce Vaughn impression looks a lot like your Kyler Murray.
And my Tank Dell.
And your Tank Dell, yeah.
All right. So I'm guessing you're not a big Jaden Blue fan?
No, actually, I've got quite a few shares of Jaden Blue as well.
All right.
Just for lack of nothing else, I kind of knew Javonte would start this season.
Yeah.
And I still think Javonte has gas, but maybe it's just because I'm a Javonte fan. I don't know. I think he's gotten a raw deal in Denver. None of the coaches used him the way he was supposed to be.
He had every chance in Denver. He was being outplayed by Tyler Bidet.
Was he, though?
He was, yes. He was being outplayed by Audric Estime. He was being outplayed by Jaleel McLaughlin. I can't think of any other running backs, but I'm sure he was outplayed by them, too.
Oh, all right. Well, we can agree to disagree on that because from where I sit, those guys got a chance without Javonte getting much of a chance. Like, he would get like 4 carries, and if one of them was negative, they were like, next man up.
He had every chance in the world.
No, he did not.
Okay. All right. I will say he was top 5 in targets last year among running backs, which is insane. All right.
Anyway, I like Jaden Blue too.
How about this pick? This has to be, is this the value of the draft right here? The 301, we're going Colston Loveland.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Orange Man not having a bad draft.
Colston Loveland. Not at all.
I'm worried about year 1. But
Yeah, year one, I don't expect him to do it. I wouldn't expect anything out of him this year. I really wouldn't. Because also, people like to throw Komet under the bus, but Komet's not a bad tight end. And he does a lot of things besides
this is the same guy who demanded a
It's
refund.
not
last time.
him. It's just me. I love rock and rye, man.
This is the same guy who demanded a refund like 10 minutes into the last show. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like these guys are fucking morons.
Well, it's true.
What was I just talking about?
Colston Loveland, year one, not
Colston
going to
Loveland.
happen.
Yeah,
Would you
Komet
say
is
it's
not
because
a bad
there's
tight end, and you can't just catch passes if there's unless there's another tight end there, and they're not going to run a bunch of 2 tight end sets with those 3 receivers. So Komet's not going anywhere this year. He's still going to be around, and he's still a capable pass catcher. It's probably a good situation for Loveland, honestly.
So what I'm hearing you say is that Colston Loveland is not going to have a very productive rookie season because of Cole Kmet and Rome Odunze and DJ Moore and Luther Burden. Is that accurate?
Sort of, yeah.
So in other words, are you saying that there's too many mouths to feed?
No, not as long as the
pie is big enough, right?
Not as long as the pie is big enough.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. Let's pick up the
I'm
pace.
saying he won't even get on the field.
What the Tyler Shuck happened at 302?
Huh?
I said, what the Tyler Shuck happened at 302?
Well, I'm guessing they figure he's going to be the starter, and that's why he moved up.
He's not.
Well, he might be. He should
at some point by week 5, maybe.
He should be. Well, yeah. You know what? This is the dead giveaway. When there's a quarterback,
it's not even a super flex league. It's not a super flex league.
When there, oh yeah,
no, you can't draft Tyler Shuck at the 302 ahead of Jalen Milroe in a non-super flex league. He is worthless. Worthless in this league. He's a 0.
Wow. Warriors
0.
just got an F. Warriors didn't come out to play.
Mason Taylor, 303. Yeah, your name.
Yeah, I think same. I thought the same kind of deal as Colston Loveland, where he wouldn't get much of a chance this year, but now I think he will.
I don't think Michael's paying attention.
Huh?
I don't think Michael's paying attention.
Oh, well.
Also, he's calling him Shane Raitler.
Shane Raitler?
That's what he said.
You guys are novices. Dude, you're not listening, man. You want me to break it down for you? I'll break it down for you right now.
Hit the rewind button.
Anytime there is a quarterback competition between 2 quarterbacks that are god awful, what they do is they name the one that's not going to be the starter first, so that they can save their asses later and put the rookie in.
Is that what's happening in Indianapolis?
Well, no. That's just because Anthony Richardson sucks.
All right. No comment on Mason Taylor?
I like Mason Taylor. I just don't know how much Fields is going to get him the ball.
Okay. That's fair. I like Mason Taylor. 305. We're going to skip over the defensive guys. 305, Woody Marks. I know we're both fans of Woody Marks. Yes?
Yeah, huge Woody Marks fan.
Yeah, I think he could have a pretty significant impact pretty early on.
Yeah, he could if they give him a shot. If Pierce and Chubb are what we think they are, and Woody gets a shot at it, then I think he could grab onto that job and hold on to it.
Yeah, I agree. We're gonna do a sleeper show on Saturday, and I'm gonna throw a Hail Mary dart at Woody Marks. Week 1.
Really?
Week 1. Mhm.
That is, I don't know about that, man.
Well, my theory
You
is
got big cojones there, brother.
my theory is that, whether even if Nick Chubb is carrying the load, he's not catching the passes. That could be a high scoring game. Rams
You can't even carry the load. I mean,
right.
you had
That's
3.7 yards a carry last year for
so
Cleveland.
when he carries the ball 6 times for 3 yards, we're gonna put in Woody Marks.
Right.
Trey Harris, redshirt year.
Trey Harris, man, came in with a lot of hype for the landing spot and has done nothing with it at all.
Yeah, I mean he's being beaten out by Keandre, Lambert, Smith. They had to go out and sign Keenan Allen out of the graveyard. Yeah, I agree.
After Mike Williams got hurt, and guess who's still in the starting lineup? Quentin Johnston. He of the bouncing off the head catches.
If only somebody had warned the people not to draft him as a rookie. If only somebody was there to say that.
Oh, what? Somebody should have said that.
Somebody should have said that.
Huh.
Dante Thornton. Are we buying it or not?
Well, Kevin's in here talking junk. Well, Kevin,
the Warriors drafted Tyler Shuck, so
Kevin, we just gave the Warriors an F as soon as we saw that they took Tyler Shuck. So,
yeah,
I guess you're correct. They could still save it later.
Yeah.
Maybe their 4th round pick is something really special. Maybe it's Milrow.
Maybe. I'm still waiting for Milrow. I don't mind Milrow in a single quarterback league. Are we buying the Dante Thornton hype at all? Anything there with that?
Yeah, I love him, but the Amari Cooper signing hurts.
That does hurt, yeah. But is Amari Cooper more about? Well, I was going to say he's more about Trey Tucker, but they're kind of vying for that same role.
I think Tucker and Thornton are the ones that are kind of pitted against each other, and but they're that third receiver. So I think you're going to see Jacoby and Amari on the field together, and then the other one is going to be the stretcher. But I don't think Tucker is an NFL player.
Well, I think this all is horrible for Jack Batch. The guy can't play, right? He can't play.
No, he can't.
All right. Glad we agree on that. I didn't like him coming out, and I think this is just confirming.
So I guess we don't talk about the Warriors again. Taking Jack back in 2 picks.
Well, they also took Trey Harris. We didn't like Trey Harris either.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin should be on the show with us.
This is brutal. Yeah, this is bad.
He's really just nailed it.
Any chance Dylan Sampson's a thing this year?
Who knows?
I think there's a chance.
I mean, who knows in Cleveland what they're going to do? I have no idea. I tend to think they will defer to Jerome Ford to start.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
But he's not a very exciting. He's not bad, but he's
We've
not
seen it.
very exciting.
We've seen it. We've been there, done that. He's just a guy. He is what he is.
Yeah,
I think Dylan Sampson has a chance to be, kind of that lightning in the bottle type of player.
Jerome Ford is the Brian Robinson of the Cleveland Browns.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I don't mind that. I mean, it's certainly faster, but as far as like the value he's going to give, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and like he's just kind of ho hum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess they're gonna have to give Samson some kind of shot. You know what I mean?
I agree. I like him. All right. We already talked about Jack Betch. Oh, we're gonna talk about Devin Neal. He's hurt. We kind of talked on Kendra Miller. We think he's still gonna be the RB2 there.
Yeah, Kendra Miller's been already talked about as being the number 2. I like Neal though. Man, he was productive in college.
Yeah, he was.
And
I was surprised he fell so late.
I'm sorry.
I was surprised he fell to the 6th, 7th round.
Yeah. I mean, because he really put up numbers in school. But so I think he can have a meaningful place on a team in the NFL, but it's going to take definitely this year, maybe next year too, before we're really going to see him get a chance, unless it's because of injury.
Yeah, I just think physically he underwhelmed throughout the process, and I think that really hurt his draft stock.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk Washington backfield. 403, we drafted Chris Rodriguez to Old School.
I like Chris Rodriguez way better than the Bill on Capitol Hill.
Straight up or at cost?
Huh?
Like straight, if they cost the same, would you still take Chris Rodriguez, or is it a value thing?
I'd take Chris Rodriguez.
Okay. You think he's going to be like the between the tackles grinder, the goal line back? He's going to be Brian Robinson?
I think he's going to start that way, yeah. And I think he's a lot like Brian Robinson, except a little stronger. That doesn't mean that it's not going to be a 3-headed backfield. It is. We all know it. So I don't know. I think it's going to be a hot hand situation if one of them gets a hot hand. But
that's probably the more likely scenario, is that we're just going to see one guy this week, one guy that week. You're never going to know who to play. I mean, other than the answer is Austin Eckler. The answer is Austin Eckler in that backfield.
Listen, at the end of the day, Krosky Merritt was a 3-year freshman. And he didn't play last year at all. What?
7 catches.
Yeah, 7 catches is in college. So he was a 3-year freshman. He didn't play last year. He's 24 years old, and he barely got drafted. Nobody expected him to get drafted. And yet everybody is like, he's the truth.
Like I've said before, he was so fun and exciting to talk about when he was a deep sleeper. Now that he is being launched up draft boards, he's just gone way beyond.
Now you're like, okay, everybody, all right, pump the brakes.
Take it easy. All right. One guy who unfortunately I had to pump the brakes on is Rashard Smith. I was a huge Rashard Smith fan. There was a moment there where I was drafting him. We're not drafting him. I was ranking him as like my RB6 of the class. He barely even made the Chiefs team because I liked him. I don't know, man. He was a converted receiver. He was explosive playmaker of that backfield. I don't know. I think 6, I might have been exaggerating there, but he was a top 10 running back for me at one point. And I thought he could jump into that he could become like the Jared McKinnon, and maybe he still can at some point down the line. But it sounds like it's going to be a little bit more of a developmental process than I was initially hoping for.
Yeah, I don't like his landing spot, because I don't see the Chiefs needing that type of guy anymore with Worthy and Royals on the team, guys
fair.
that can catch the ball in the flat. What they need is the Kareem Hunt Pacheco guy. That's what they need.
I mean, everybody could use a Jarek McKinnon. I mean, he had such a fun role in that offense. That's back when they had Tyreek Hill still. So I disagree. I disagree there. I actually said before the draft that the Chiefs would be like the dream landing spot for Brashard Smith, but doesn't seem like that's the hype. Just isn't there, unfortunately. Maybe it happens, but it doesn't seem to be. Elijah Arroyo. How we feel about him? He's going to beat out AJ Barner.
I'd like to hear how you feel about him.
I like Elijah Arroyo. I think he's got a chance. He's got two pathways. He's got a chance to just flat out beat out AJ Barner, which I think he's more than capable of doing. He already bumped Noah Fant off the roster. And I think he's got a chance to play some of a little bit of a wide receiver role. Obviously they like Torrey Horton, who I like a lot as well. But they cut MVS. They got a dusty Cooper Kupp, and it's just Jackson Smith and Jigba. What if we're playing two tight end sets? What if we're getting a big slot role from Elijah Arroyo while AJ Barner plays that more traditional tight end? I think there's a chance that we could see Elijah Arroyo having impact as a rookie.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I suffer from the sort of PTSD that comes with seeing tight end next to Seahawks. It just never has worked. But
Will Dissly week 1, baby.
But there's a new sheriff in town and a new offense in town. So I'm willing to open back up to that. But I did like Arroyo a lot in college. He's got the size for sure. He's got the speed actually for a tight end, which is very impressive. So he could be what Fant was supposed to be.
Yeah,
you know what
absolutely. I mean. Mm-hmm. How about DJ Giddens? Elite handcuff?
I don't really know enough about DJ Giddens. I mean, he is the handcuff, so I guess he's worth having. I don't know that he could carry a team, but if he's on the Colts, I guess he could.
Yeah, I think he's in a fantastic spot to be a high-end handcuff. He is kind of like that all-purpose running back. Good open field elusiveness and everything. I really like him. I think he's got a chance to be. If something happens to Jonathan Taylor, I think he can be an explosive playmaker out of that backfield. He beat out Khalil Herbert. He beat out Tyler Goodson and whoever the hell else was there.
But
not that that's saying much, but
right.
But I mean,
the Bengals traded for Khalil Herbert and then never played him. And they got there so good. Like, this is what we got. Ugh. Did you order this from Wish?
Temu. All right, we already talked about Alec Imaner. Are you buying into the Tesla hype?
Is it Tesla or T-Slay, or do you know?
I actually don't know, but I think I have a feeling we're going to find out pretty damn soon.
I think so too. I've been saying T-Slay.
Okay, well, I think you're wrong.
Well, I think it sounds cooler.
It sounds way cooler, but I think you're wrong.
And I also prefer not to call anyone Tesla.
Yeah, well, that's why I was calling him Tesla, like coleslaw. Tesla.
Oh. Are you familiar with Cole's law? You know, there's like Newton's law and whatever. Do you know
No,
Cole?
I'm only familiar with coleslaw.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say. It's basically just mayonnaise and cabbage. Um, I am buying the hype that he is a great player. I am buying the hype that he could be an integral part of an offense. I am not buying that he's going to be that in Detroit. He's not going to be able, there's nowhere to go. You know what I
Wait,
mean?
wait. Are you saying?
No,
Are you?
no. I'm saying he can't get any better than the wide receiver 3, which means
Oh,
he's going to be on the field maybe 45% of the snaps. Because he's not going to jump over Jameson. He's certainly not going to catch Amon-Ra. Frankly, they'll probably look at Laporta over the middle before they look at the third wide receiver. I just don't see him having an impact until he leaves after his rookie deal.
you think there's a 0% chance that Isaac TeSlaa or any receiver can be better than Jameson Williams?
I think there's a 0% chance TeSlaa could. Any receiver, certainly any receiver, I could pick out some, but I think you're horribly underselling Jameson Williams.
I've never been a big Jameson Williams guy, so that
Jameson
could be...
Williams is an awfully good football player. They've got him in a role that he didn't even used to play, just kind of the go route, fast dude. I mean, he's so much more than that.
It's a great athlete.
He's a fantastic athlete, and he's got great hands. He runs good routes, but all they ask him to do is go straight as fast as you can.
Well, the opposite of a great athlete, but ultra productive, was Harold Fannin in college.
Yeah.
Did the Warriors get revenge here? Did they redeem themselves at 502 would take a Harold Fannin Jr.?
I like it.
Okay.
I like Fannin was actually my favorite tight end coming out.
I think he was my tight end 5.
Huh?
I think he was like my tight end 5. I had him below. He was below Warren. He was below Loveland. He was below Mason Taylor, Elijah Arroyo, and Terrence Ferguson.
Yeah. Okay. So I moved Terrence Ferguson up late. But Fannin was the one that from the jump that I was the most excited about.
Well, I mean, that production was insane.
What?
The production was insane.
Well, I mean, honestly, you're making jokes about his athleticism, but he did some pretty good stuff at the combine. Or not at the combine, at like a pro day prior to the combine, and then the combine I think was really flat, if I'm not mistaken.
He ran well at field day. Mm-hmm.
Huh?
He ran well at field day.
Right. Anyway, I like Fannin. I just don't see Cleveland moving on from Njoku anytime soon. So I mean, I think he's
contract's up.
He's kind of cop blocked there. Yeah,
Contract's
but they'll re-sign him.
I think they will too. I agree.
Well, I mean, they might not, but if they don't, he should just go out and hit somebody, and then they'll re-sign him.
Okay.
Dakota Fannin.
All right. Let's speed this up and get this thing done in the next few minutes here.
Oh, good. We have a 5th round.
Oh, we've got 10 rounds. Have you not scrolled?
What?
This thing goes 10 rounds. We're not going to do them all. We're not doing them all. We're done at 5. But this thing goes 10 rounds.
We can go 6.
All right, let's go 6. Rapid fire. Torrey Horton. How we feel about Torrey Horton? Wait. Hold on. How do you feel about Torrey Horton?
I mean, okay. He's good, not great. I can fill the role, but is not going to be anything that just jumps off the stat sheet from you. Probably a plug and play flex. But I don't even think he's going to be in the starting lineup every week for a fantasy team.
Really? Well, okay. I mean, not right away. No, I like
I don't
Torrey
know if
Horton.
ever.
Okay, I like Torrey Horton. I liked him coming out. He scored well in our prospect model at yardsperfantasy.com. At least relatively well considering his draft capital and everything. Yeah, I like him. I mean, he's already beat out MVS, which I know we always make jokes about MVS. He's not a very good receiver, but he's still a veteran who performed well in the Clint Kubiak offense at the end of last year, just off the street. So I think it's not nothing that a rookie came in, a rookie, day 3 pick came in and,
Yeah, but shouldn't he? But I mean, shouldn't a rookie be able to beat out MVS?
I guess, but I don't think Jack Batch is beating out MVS. He was a second round pick. I don't think he's beating out MVS.
That's true, but
they had to go sign Amari Cooper.
Also, 2 different players as far as what they do on the field.
Yeah,
but yeah, I agree. MVS is with San Francisco now. Did you see that?
I did see that. He's the only receiver on the roster.
They said he was thinking about Pittsburgh. I was like, oh, I wish.
He's played with Aaron Rodgers before. I think he's had enough of that ride.
Right, yeah. Everybody remembers that combo.
Yeah. All right. I don't think we need to talk about Amari Cooper. Shedeur Sanders. Or is there any? Is he going to start at some point this year?
Who is old school? Is old school in the chat right now? You shouldn't have drafted Amari Cooper. That was dumb.
Yeah, I agree. That was dumb. I wish the guys in the chat would tell us their team names so we know who's who.
Right. Shedeur goes at 505. That's kind of early in a 10-round draft.
What is his percentage of chance on starting games this year?
75.
Multiple games.
65.
Okay. All right.
I think he's going to start.
Okay.
Somewhere.
How about this? What is his percentage chance of him being the week 1 starter in 2026?
0.
Okay. All right.
What for the Browns?
For anybody.
0.
Marvin Mims, breakout.
He played
100. He played 100% of the snaps with Bo Nix in the preseason for whatever that's worth.
It is worth something, and he proved me wrong last season because he all of a sudden went from being the butt of every joke to a pretty capable guy, and I saw it firsthand. He burned the hell out of the Bengals on at least 2 plays. I was impressed with the way he came along and bounced back from his first year. He's just so little. He's so slight that it concerns me as far as durability goes, and as far as being able to match up, on the on the sidelines with guys. But if you've got plays designed for him and stuff like that, I believe that he could be a very, very good weapon.
Well,
Cortland
that's-
Sutton certainly loves him.
Well, that's my fear, is what you just said. Designed for him. Because last season, he caught 11 passes that went beyond the line of scrimmage. 11. 29 of his 41 receptions came on screen passes.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
That is terrifying.
That's really bad. And
Maybe
it's
things
strange.
change.
That makes it even more odd. What did you see that Cortland Sutton quote?
No.
Cortland Sutton said Marvin Mims is the wide receiver 2, and he's the best wide receiver 2 we have.
Well, that means they don't have very many good wide receiver twos.
Well, I don't think he was saying it for that purpose, but he was like giving a glowing endorsement of this guy.
Hey, maybe he's been.
I wish you were there. I wish you were there to tell him how many passes he caught past the line of scrimmage.
I liked him coming out of Oklahoma a couple of years ago, and he is the first pick that Sean Payton ever made as the head coach of the Broncos. Maybe he's just a slow developer. Last year was just, another step in the process, and maybe we're finally going to get that third-year jump. I'm not going to bet on it, but I mean, if middle of the fifth round pick here, let's take a shot.
Yeah, I just can't get past the size. I don't know what it is. I hold it against him.
Well, and I think Sean Payton also has an affinity for big receivers as well.
Yeah.
Which isn't going to play very well in his favor.
No.
All right, Taj Brooks.
Taj Brooks is greatest running back on the planet.
Except for Chase Brown, right?
Taj Brooks better than Chase Brown.
Oh.
Chase Brown is like a receiver next to Taj Brooks.
Well, Taj Brooks is a pretty big dude.
Yeah. I do like that as a great handcuff because they finally cut Zach Moss loose.
Yeah.
They got him to take less money and then cut him loose. So, I mean, God, you gotta love the Brown family.
Well,
man.
How do you think things play out in the Rams backfield with Jarquez Hunter and Blake Corum?
I think things play out that we won't see either one of them until Kyren Williams gets really hurt.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Because that seems to be McVay's thing. He's just going to run with Williams and not ever switch it up, not put anybody different in on third downs, not do any of that stuff.
Okay, well,
if you're asking about what the hierarchy is behind Kyren, then I still think it has to be Corum first.
Okay.
Because I don't think you can downgrade him when you haven't even given him a chance.
So you're saying if next week, if Kyren Williams goes out and breaks his leg in week 1, you are rushing to the waiver wire for Blake Corum and prioritizing him over Jarquez Hunter?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I think I would too. Oronde Gadsden, anything to say on him?
I like him. I like him. He's physical. He's fast. And I think that tight end room, even though Disley's pretty capable, I think that's still wide open. And I think Harbaugh will let it be wide open for whoever steps forward and makes the biggest move. And it's not going to be Tyler Conklin.
There's nobody on that depth chart that is impossible to beat out.
Correct. Yeah. You say things better than I say.
And I think if we're searching for, a sneaky, late, under the radar, breakout tight end type of candidate, you want an athlete. And Oronde Gadsden has the
I agree.
athleticism to make it happen. Kyle Williams.
I like Kyle Williams. I just feels like there's too many mouths to feed, and I'm kidding. I like Kyle Williams a lot. I think he's got some. I think he still has some developing to do.
Yeah.
So he's certainly not going to, get any targets away from Diggs or the other veteran, Pop Douglas. And I think that's really the only receivers we're going to see much out of in New England this year. You're going to see Hunter Henry, Diggs, Pop Douglas, and that's probably about it.
Seems like he's in competition for the X position with Mac Hollins and Kayshon Boutte, and it just seems like nobody's taken a clear lead on that.
Yeah. I don't think Boutte's going to make that team anymore.
Oh, he made the team. Yeah, he's.
You think so?
Yeah. He's.
Well, you're the New England guy.
I think they like him. They like him a lot more than people realize, I think.
Okay.
Not that he's going to be worthy of anything for us, but
right.
He's going to be on the field.
I mean, we already know Mac Hollins is going to make the team because they didn't sign him for nothing.
Right. All right. Let's skip ahead. Let's go to Jalen Milroe. He should have gone.
Wait, you're going to skip over the other Etienne?
Yeah. Do we need to talk about Trevor Etienne?
Trevor Etienne
is better than Travis.
A worse Etienne than Travis.
All right. Well, that's
my expert opinion.
He's the RB3 behind Rico Dowdle.
Right. Jalen Milroe. Tell me about Jalen Milroe, Alex.
I gotta say, for a guy who all I heard coming out of college, the guy couldn't hit this out of a barn. He looked kind of good in preseason. There were some moments where he made some passes, he made some throws. The guy can run, which is in a single quarterback league in particular. That's the type of quarterback that I want to take a chance on, because if he gets on the field, it's the same theory that we had with Anthony Richardson. Guy can't throw the ball, but if he's on the field, he's going to run the football, and he's going to be very valuable for us for fantasy football. Same reason why we're drafting Justin Fields this year. He's not going to be the great passer. You're not drafting him to run your real life team. Get over it. But he's going to put up fantasy points because he runs the ball. So if Jalen Milroe gets on the field, and I don't think there's a non-zero chance or that there's a zero chance that he gets on the field this year, because what if Sam Darnold turns back into a pumpkin? We're going to get some starts from Jalen Milroe at the end of the year. You're going to want to play him in fantasy football immediately. He's going to be a top 12 quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Just for his legs.
I didn't think he was that bad of a passer to begin with. And I actually challenge even comparing him to Anthony Richardson. I mean, I understand you're saying the reason you have those guys because they can run. Yeah. I'm not even convinced Anthony Richardson is a good runner. That's how bad I think he is. But Jalen Milroe has been talked about. There were a couple of scouts saying he was a better runner than Lamar Jackson. And I was like, okay, that's a little much, but for you to even be willing to say that on the record is pretty ridiculous. So that's the kind of guy you want. If people are talking about him in that way, I mean, these guys aren't nobody. It's not, they didn't like interview a janitor.
All right. Why don't we kind of skim through the rest of the draft? Who stands out to you? Who do you want to talk about?
Well, I don't care about Keandre Lambert Smith.
Okay.
And then there's a lot of defensive players, and I'm not gonna sit here and wax poetically about college defensive players because you will know immediately that I'm full of shit.
Well, I know you like Jalen Royals.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the gentlemen that are watching this right now.
Kevin and Michael and Anthony.
That's right. Um uh, LaQuint Allen, I don't get it. Some people really like him. I don't get it. Terrence Ferguson, I love.
Oh,
And
love.
I think that was a great pick by Mykonos.
Should we get him back on? Should we get him back
What's
on?
that?
Should we get him back on? We'll go to midnight.
Oh, I don't know if you like to. Terrence Ferguson's a great pick. And he's very, very physical. I honestly thought he was just going to walk right into that tight end one spot. And I think the jury's still out, actually, because I don't know that Higbee might not even make the team at this point if he's not fully healed and like back to his old self.
Roster is set. He made the team.
Huh?
I said roster cuts are done. He made the team.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, that doesn't mean they can't change their mind.
Yeah, they can change their mind. Yeah.
But Terrence Ferguson is I mean, the upside is there. He's got way more upside. But also Stafford isn't a huge tight end guy. You know, he likes to hurl the ball. So I don't know how much he's very talented. So I have a lot of shares of him in Dynasty, especially.
Yeah, I like him. All right, tell me. I know you like. Jalen Royals.
Who?
Jalen Royals.
Oh, I love Jalen Royals. Jalen Royals does a great Rashee Rice impression. The only thing stopping him is that right now they've still got these old dudes on the roster. So as soon as they are comfortable that he knows the playbook and he knows everything, knows his routes and all that stuff, and Hollywood Brown's feet are going to fall off probably this season. And Odell Beckham Jr. is, God, I hate that guy. Really hate him. But when Royals is capable, they'll move on from these veterans, and you're going to see like a. Can you imagine seeing like a Royals and Rice and Worthy receiving core? I mean, that would be nasty.
Wait a second. Did I miss something? What do you mention Beckham for?
Huh?
What are you mentioning Beckham for?
Isn't he on the Chiefs? Who am I thinking of?
I don't know. As far as I don't think I missed something. Did I miss something?
Well, then just forget I said Beckham.
All right. No, I'm asking because I'm pretty sure you're the second person I've heard reference Beckham to the Chiefs lately. Maybe it was you twice, but I don't know. Anyway, one last guy I want to ask you about.
Huh?
One last guy. Okay. 803. Pat Bryant. In or out?
Yeah, I don't. To be honest, I didn't scout Bryant much coming out of school. So I basically was going on what I heard other analysts say about him, and they all made him sound very impressive. But then once he got drafted, I haven't heard anything about him since until they traded Devon Vele. And then they like just casually mentioned that Pat Bryant was there.
Yeah, I mean, Sean Payton compared him to Michael Thomas after the draft, but I don't think he's ever going to be anywhere. Oh, that's who you were thinking of. Were you thinking of Juju?
Yes. Thank you. I'm sorry. Yes. And I've always gotten those two dudes confused too.
All right. Jalen Coker fell to the 10-08. I know this is after the IR news.
Who took him?
Mykonos. All right, that's a great way to end it.
Man, we need our t-shirts. You need your Mykonos t-shirt, and I need my Rock and Rye t-shirt. I'll tell you what, if those two teams play in the championship, Alex and I will do a charity boxing match wearing our Mykonos and Rock and Rye t-shirts.
All right, I'm going to start training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right. Any last words about this draft? We've already kind of talked about this league 2 months ago, not even 2 months ago. So we have
right.
I'm
not changing my vote, even though Rock and Rye took the bill from Capitol Hill, which I don't appreciate. I did not authorize that selection, but nor do I endorse it. But they are still my team to challenge the Fish. With Mykonos is creeping in there.
Yeah.
But I did not realize this was a 10-round draft. I thought we were going through like 40 picks, like 4 rounds.
We're going to be here till 4 a.m. All right. Well, we get one more show with this league at some point, whether it's going to be during the season or after the season. We'll get a catch up with this league, see how things shake out. But this was cool. We've never done like a draft format, I don't think, before. So it's kind of fun to go through the picks. It was great to have Mykonos on the show for a little bit there, get some insight on his team, how the draft went. I think it's pretty cool that they have an in-person draft. And one guy couldn't make the draft, and he's making phone calls. And he's the only guy who made a trade. It was the guy who wasn't even there.
Yeah, he was in his war room.
Yeah. All right.
I like this league a lot, and I like the fact that we've gotten to talk about them a couple times. And I really have, because I'm an older guy, I really have an appreciation for other people that have been in leagues for 20 plus years. I think that's super cool, and I'm way more into it when that's the case. So thanks for that. Appreciate it.
A quick Google search for Sleeper, and I think this league will be a lot better.
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
Just try it out.
Yeah, just try it out. Just do a redraft league on there for a year and see what happens, and maybe you want to transfer the league over. All right. Well, thank you again to Mykonos. Thank you to the league. This was fun, and we'll talk to you guys soon.